Hi, this is IK Tutors, and we are here to do a HESI problem. Okay, so let's jump right into this. The question states, solve for x, and they give us an algebraic equation, 3x plus 6 equals 12. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to use what we call our solve toolbox. Now, most of us, we do this in our heads, but being an instructor, I don't know which part of this, because usually it's not the whole process, but the part. I don't know which piece is missing, so I'm going to go over all the pieces, and that way, because it could be different pieces for different people. That way, I make sure to help everybody. So this is our solve toolbox, right? And we use this toolbox whenever we do a solve problem, right? And here's how it works. Okay. The PEMDAS is going to be used in reverse. So meaning that we start from the right side and we go to the left. Why? Because we're solving. Whenever we're solving, we start from right to left. Right. So we have to remember that. Also remember what PEMDAS represents. It helps us remember which operation to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Right. In a case like this, when we have more than one math operation. In fact, how many operations do we have here? We have the 3 next to the x, which indicates multiplication, and we have the plus sign, which indicates addition. So we want to make sure we do the correct operation first, because if we don't, we run a big chance, high probability of getting the wrong answer. So that's what PEMDAS is about. It lists each letter represents a math operation, and the order in which the letters show up in the word is the order in which we're supposed to do those operations. When we're solving, we start from the right side and work our way towards the left. Okay. Now we also have to remember how an equal sign functions, and that's what this other tool is for. The equal sign functions as a pivot to a scale, meaning if you have a scale, you add 10 pounds on one side of the pivot, you have to add 10 pounds on the other side of the pivot for it to balance. Well, the equal sign does that for math operations, those same operations we talked about in PEMDAS. Whatever operation you do on one side of the equal sign, you have to do the identical operation on the other to keep it balanced. Okay. Then we're going to talk about our goal. Our goal, what do they mean by solve? What would they mean is they want us to get the x or variable, whatever letter they're using, on one side of the equal sign alone by itself. No numbers anywhere and everything else in the other. So the goal is to get the variable alone. Get the variable alone. And to achieve a goal, we always have to have a technique. So what's our technique? Very simple, guys. We do the opposite operation. Whatever operation we see happening to our variable, we do what? We do the opposite operation. Whatever operation we see happening to our variable, we do the opposite operation. Let me put opposite here. We can squeeze in that E. There we go. All right, so that's our 4 tools in our toolbox. Last thing we need to just remember is our focus, because if we try to do something and we're not focused, what happens? We get distracted. We're all over the place and it never gets done, right? So the same goes for doing a problem. We have to have a focus. What are we focusing on in this problem? We're focusing on 2 things, the variable and the equal sign. We're going to focus and refocus at each step, okay? So let's get started. What are we focusing on, guys? The variable side of the equal sign, right? What are we looking for? What math operations are happening to our what variable? We saw that there are 2 operations happening, addition and subtraction. So which one do we do work on first? PEMDAS tells us. We come to our toolbox. We know we're doing a solve, so we have to start from the right side. So the first operation we come across coming from right is subtraction, but it's not in our problem, so we skip that. Next one is addition. We do have addition, so we're going to do that. What are we going to do, guys? Come down here. We're going to do the opposite operation. So what are we adding here? We're adding 6. We're going to do the opposite of that and subtract 6. Now, remember the equal sign. Whatever operation on one side equal sign, we have to do identical operation on the other side equal sign. So we're going to subtract 6 from the other side of the equal sign as well. Now we simplify. Plus and minus 6 is 0, so we just get 3x equals 12 minus 6 is going to give us 6. Okay, great. So now what do we do? We refocus. We have x alone. Our goal is to get what? The variable alone. Nope, this is not alone. It still has numbers next to it. So we're going to refocus Again, on what? The variable side of the equal sign. What operation's happening to our x, right? Where when two things are close together, it indicates what? Multiplication, right? We already took care of the addition. Now we're going to work on the multiplication. So what do? We use our technique. What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So we're multiplying by 3, we're going to divide by 3. And whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we have to do the same operation on the other. So we're going to divide the other side of the equal sign by 3 as well. And now we simplify. 3x divided by 3 is going to give us 1x, which is x because the 1 is invisible in algebra. And 6 divided by 3 is going to give us 2. So our answer is 2. And this is the answer we should be looking for in the multiple choice option for our question. Now, if you guys have any questions about this, please be sure to put it in the chat, and our people will help you in the chat. All right. You can also go ahead and go to the HESI St. Paul School of Nursing, well, it's actually the St. Paul School of Nursing HESI supports website. The link is in the chat. I will also put it in the description below. Okay. And that's it. So I hope this video helped. If it did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.